Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
I'm live. This is Cameron Cooper with Happy Hour. Thank you for being here. This is August 25th, 2010 on a Wednesday, live at 7 p.m. with Happy Hour. Thank you, Brian, for the McKinsey show. That was fantastic. I got to listen to a little bit of it, my friend, but I was busy trying to draft my own show and get it together and get my guests on and everything like that. But it was fantastic. We love you. And coming up after me at the 8 o'clock hour is Patrick Adam. And at 9 o'clock is the Round Table. I didn't ask for help, director, producer. But can I get that game show music for that? Coming up at 9 o'clock is the Round Table. Yeah, the Round Table coming up at 9. All right, guys. Hey, it's been a fantastic week for me. I hope that you've had a fantastic week as well. I hope you've been listening to our reruns of our previous shows. Coming up tomorrow night, we've got the Dave Show at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock is the Life and Times with Chris and Cody, followed by Mallory. What is the name of her show? Gay Old Time with Mallory. Is that right?
Mallory and Friends.
Mallory and Friends. Okay, so she's going to have some friends on the show. Mallory, I apologize. I have not formally met you. However, I've had a tidbit of your show. And I thought that you were somebody else last week when I was in the kitchen. I thought that you were a guest on the show, and that's how come I didn't really say hi. I wasn't really going to break a leg for a guest. Oh, you guess that you come over. I don't mean no harm to you, but if I just stand you up and walk away, don't take offense to it. You're not a host. I give those hosts a little bit more, what do you call it? Gratuitous? Is that a word? Did I say that on Short Films and a Drink? Gratuitous? Maybe not. Anyway, guys, I had mentioned a couple broadcasts back that Solomon Burke is going to come on the show and do a live interview on the radio via phone from California where he lives. He was in Europe touring, and he was back on the 17th, which was last week, last Tuesday. Last Wednesday it was too soon to get him back on. I couldn't get him on this week. I'm in correspondence with his, what do you call those people? Business managers. They have a lot of names. Jane, God bless her, she's in California. Sweet lady. She's agreed to have him on the show, and I hope to get him back next week. We will see. It depends on his schedule. I will accommodate Mr. Solomon Burke's schedule. Also, next week, we've got coming up TPO, Trailer Park Orchestra, which is a local blues band that is hitting the market here for a few years, and we're going to have them on live, and we're going to have the Mark, which is the one of the founder members of the band, and the drummer George is also going to be with them live in the studio, not just on the phone. And they got a gig coming up this September 4th on a Saturday, and we'll talk about that more, and we're going to play a little bit of their music. However, before I get into that, there's something I want to talk about. Last week, we had a celebrity segment, and I barely got to mention Johnny Cash. I think what actually took over the program was the game show music off of the poetry segment. And I got to tell you, I have no more poems for you tonight. If you want to call in with one, that's fine. Go ahead. But I have no poems for you tonight. But I did want to continue on with the celebrity segment. And last week I mentioned that I had met with Johnny Cash at Ball State University, probably back in the early 70s, maybe 70, 71. and pulled myself up to the window, looked through the window, and saw Johnny sitting there with his legs crossed, smoking a cigarette. His daughter Roseanne sitting right to his right, and they just sort of nodded at me, and I dropped down off of my my perch that I was fingering on the windowsill, and off of ground. And save that shit for Chris and Cody's show. I don't go there. I'm censoring myself. Now back to celebrity segment, though. I want to share another celebrity segment with you. And this is also at Ball State University, where I had mentioned on the first celebrity encounter, which was with Kurt Costner, which was from the Land of the Giants, a sci-fi black and white TV show, and then on to Johnny Cash. And I'm not exactly sure if Johnny was second or if he's third, but I'll interject here because time has a way of messing things up. But right around there, either before or after Johnny Cash, at the same theater at Ball State University, I had the privilege of meeting Ricardo Montalban. And I'm about 10 years old, and it was raining, and I was outside the theater entrance door, back entrance. Nobody would really know these things unless you probably lived there, which I did. I grew up on the campus. I knew the ins and outs in the corridors, and I knew who was coming and when they were coming and where they would show up. So Ball State University security police bring up Ricardo Montalban in a security vehicle, and they let him out. It was raining that day, and I opened the back dock entrance and opened the door for him, and he was holding his hands over his head, and it was raining and pouring on him. I opened the door for him. He pats me on the head, and he says, good boy, thank you. And that was quite a privilege to me, because I looked up to him, and God bless him. He's not with us any longer, I don't believe. But he was a substantial influence into the entertainment industry. Now, give us a call here at 877-835-1935. Once again, 877-835-1937. If you have an encounter, an incident with a celebrity, good or bad, if you want to share it, we'd like to hear it. That was mine with Ricardo Montalban, fantastic guy. He went on inside the theater. I went on home from there, rode my bike home, and that was a great experience. And I'd like to hear yours. And so please give me a call. What hour are we coming up on here? 7:12 p.m. Phoenix time. I don't really have too much time more to really even take a call unless you call right this second. Later on tonight, we've got in the studio after the 7:30 hour. He's been with us before. A great entertainment aspect in the young and up-and-coming entertainment world is Mr. Robin Eagan. He is a screenwriter. He is an actor. He produces films. He's a songwriter. He's a singer, a musician, songwriter. He's fantastic. He also does impersonations. I don't know if we'll hear any tonight, but he's fantastic. He'll be with us after the 7:30 hour. He's actually in studio with us right now, listening as you speak, as I speak. Thank you, guys. I misspoke. Pardon me. And then we've got some more things to talk about, but once again, I want to comment on Mr. Solomon Burke. He's coming up, hopefully, by the end of September. I know he's got a busy schedule. He just got back in town a couple weeks ago, and I'll find out when he's coming on. Jane has committed to him being on the show for at least maybe a 10 to 15-minute interview live, and we look forward to that from the man, Mr. Solomon Burke, from Cry to Me, Boom, Cry to Me. All right, 1962, I think that song came out, and we played it on my other show, and I love that song. I'd like to hear it right now, but I don't know if I can. But we've got a song coming up for you in a few minutes. We're going to play a song by TPO, Trailer Park Orchestra, which is coming up next week live in studio, interviewing those guys, and we're going to play one of their clips of their songs when we start talking about them. But right now, I don't have any song selections. Producer, pick me a good song to go out on for break. Whatever you choose, I'll be back with you in a minute. This is Happy Hour. I'm Cameron Cooper. Thank you for being here.
listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
Hey, this is Cameron Cooper. I'm back with Happy Hour. Thank you for being here. Guys, I want your support. I want you to call. I want your thoughts. I want your input. Call me, 877-835-1937. I want to hear from you guys. Last week we did the poem segment. I have no more poems for you. I think I wrote more than 2 poems in my life. But last week I told you the only 2 that I could remember. I had them logged down in a book, and I gave them to this girl named Jenny, who lives next door to my friend Dennis, who calls into the show often. And Dennis, if you're listening tonight, call Jenny and tell her I want copies of my poems, because I can only remember 2. I haven't written a poem probably in about 15 years, and so probably from I'm 49, I wrote poems from probably I was about 23 to 40 something maybe, and I lost them all. I wrote them down in the book. I gave them to her. She was going to do something with them. I don't know what she was going to do, but she's got them, and she's in Tucson or Yucca or somewhere in southern Arizona in some hick town.
I thought she said she lived next door to Dennis.
Well, she used to. She moved.
Oh.
Thank you for correcting me on my demographics, producer. Where's my game show music? Guys, now you know that I've been talking the last few episodes on my transformation, right, with Mr. Bill Phillips has written the book Body for Life. And also Transformation is his new book that just came out on the top selling list right now. It's hardback right now. It'll soon come out on paperback. However, there's a website, transformation.com, I believe is the website. They do give away a cash prize. That should really not be your goal. Your goal should really be to transform your life. And it approaches everything first and foremost from your health standpoint, your diet, how much water you drink, what are you eating, what's your cholesterol level, and how your spirit is, and how your thoughts are, what your emotions are like. It's a total transformation, and they do give away a $50,000 prize. It's an 18-week program, 18 steps, 18 weeks, and I'm still about probably 3 weeks on my first step. So, Bill, I apologize if you happen to be listening to my show tonight. I apologize for that. I'm 3 weeks out on your 1 week plan and or 1 week step there, but I'm getting with it. I've got some other fantastic things I've made some changes with my diet, which is what I've been focusing on, and I'll share those with you if I don't forget later on tonight. We do have a caller. I want to take that call. Caller, thanks for calling. What's your name?
Hey, Cameron, it's Cody.
Hey, Cody. Fantastic. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Thanks for saying the title of our show right tonight for the first time, I think, ever since your show's been on the air. So I just appreciate that.
Hey, you know what? That right there tells me that there's always hope. There is always hope, my friend. I know that maybe in the beginning when we met and you started doing your show and everything, even though I was right by you, standing next to you, when you developed the style and the dialogue and the name of the show, I was right there, but I could never get it out of my mouth, out of my head and into my mouth to come out with it. It was always Chris and Cody. But tonight, somehow it came out. It said, The Life and Times of Chris and Cody.
Yeah, but I was calling about the celebrity stories. I actually have 3 celebrities that I've met. If you got enough time for 3 of them.
Absolutely. Let it loose.
And all of them were actually really nice. First was Brian O'Halloran. I met him in 2004. He's the star of Clerks. And he was one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. He was there as a judge He was in the ice cream shop with his girlfriend. I had my Clerks comic in the car. I went up to him and asked him if he could sign it, and I told him, hey, it's in the car. He said, run and go get it, and I'll wait for you. And,
That's
he waited for me to
fantastic.
go and get it.
And you got it, and you got his autograph, and you got to meet him.
Yeah, and then the other person was the same year in 2004, and this is the only person that I was actually starstruck by, was John Waters, the director of Pink Flamingos.
Wow!
And,
You met
and
John
all that
Waters?
stuff. And, yeah, I met him with Chris. Me and Chris actually went and met him. That's like Chris's, that's like his idol, and that was like one of the coolest meetings I've ever had in my life. Like, I was actually starstruck. I was like shaking when I met him, and that was really cool. And
So,
did
did you get pictures or autographs or anything like that?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I got a picture with John Waters and the Easter Bunny, and he signed it. It was
And the
cool,
Easter
right?
Bunny.
He signed it. Yeah.
Now, how does the Easter Bunny play into that? Did you meet him on Easter?
No, it wasn't on Easter. I think it was around Easter. Whatever the Phoenix Film Festival is, it was the same time. I think it's either around Easter or around that time.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time
I think
frame.
so. Yeah.
And then the third person I met on the set of I Am Legend, and that's Will Smith. And I was in the military at the time, and he took the time out during takes to come over and say hi to the people in the military. He was extremely nice, a little brief, but he had to be because he was in between takes. But extremely nice, and he's not as big as people think he is. He's shorter than me. I'm 6'2". He's shorter than me, and he was real skinny. I think it was for that movie, though. Like, he lost a whole bunch of weight for that movie. And it was a really nice guy.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm glad to hear that reinforcement, because I've always felt that about Will Smith. I don't try to really follow the tabloids and all those things, but I do notice these people because I'm a celebrity kind of person, and I've always felt in my heart that Will Smith was a great husband, a great father, and that he put Hollywood sort of like second to his family. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of putting their family second to Hollywood. And I don't think he does that. And I think it shows. And I think he is a stand-up guy. And I'm glad to hear that reinforcement. Will Smith, kudos out to you, buddy. You just got a reinforcement tonight from Cody.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, and I following the tabloids. I don't think I've ever seen him in a tabloid. Now that you've mentioned that, I don't think I've ever seen him in one.
Okay. Now I'm wanting to ask you about a bum. A bum on a nightstick? Or what am I supposed to ask this guy?
No, Dale sent him a message.
Oh, Dale, you sent in a message. Ask him about the bum and the nightstick.
Bum? I have no idea. Bum with a nightstick?
Oh, no, tell me about the King of the Bums story.
King of the Bum story?
That's not for Cody.
For me, I was like, I don't even know what that is. That's got to be for you.
Oh. Well, I apologize. There's some miscommunication going on. We've got some technical difficulties. We've actually got a new guy we're training tonight. His name is, what is that guy's name? Richard. Richard is in the studio tonight.
John Sharpner.
Oh, John Sharpner. I'm sorry. That was the other guy that was doing some other stuff in the studio. But no, John Sharpner he's training on the equipment and stuff, and he's handling the phone calls. But I apologize for that, Dale. We didn't communicate that well. Cody, I apologize for that with you. Cody, I thought that question was for you, but that was actually for another person. So sorry about that. Now, anyway, getting back to I was talking about my transformation story. Bill Phillips with Body for Life back in 1999. Fantastic book. Gave away $1 million prize. Now the economy's a little bit bad, so we're actually giving away a $50,000 prize. Transformation. And it's not really about, like, I lost 5 pounds or I lost 175 pounds. It's not about weight. It's really about a total transformation. Your psyche, your emotions, your weight, your health, your consciousness, your spirituality. It's a total transformation. That's what they're looking at. And if you are one of those runner-ups, you could possibly win this year $50,000. Bill Phillips, thank you for your wonderful program, your wonderful website, and your support system. It's fantastic. One of the things I've been looking at, and this is not really part of Bill's program, this is my own thing here, but I've come up with this that makes sense to me, and I don't really have a name for it. But listen to this. I'll come up with a name for it. If you guys call me at 877-835-1937, maybe we can coin a term for this. Now, I'm not ready yet. I'm going to finish this out. I may run a couple minutes late, but I want to preface this before I go to break. Now listen to this, guys. Total transformation. The energy. What's happening here?
I'm clearing your screen. Go.
Okay, I don't need to hear that.
Shut up and talk.
All right, guys. All right, back to total transformation. Okay, the energy that you throw out to the world is the same energy that you will get back. If it's negative, you will get back negative. And what you take in is what you will give out. So it goes full circle. That was my point. And I don't really have a coined term for this. It's a vision I've seen in my head. But listen to this, guys. You take it in. Picture a circle with arrows going around it. All right, at the top. You take it in. What are you taking in? You're taking in these what do you feed yourself on psychologically? What do you feed yourself on, guys? Feed it. You take it in, you will give that same element out. And by giving it out, you will get that same element back. So it goes full circle. You get it back, then you're taking it in, then you're giving it out. Then you're getting it back. Then you're taking it in. See what I'm saying? So if you stay focused and positive and you're giving out positive, then most likely you will get back positive. And if those obscure moments of negative, and maybe it's not obscure, but maybe it's a lot, but if you get those negative bombardments, it's like fight them off and dissolve them with a positive, and don't let them get into your circle. My thing, guys, is create your circle. Take it in, give it out, get back, take it in again, and create that cycle like that, guys. And stay positive. Okay, it's a sort of holistic. It's my own little program I just designed myself, but I think it works. It works in my head. This is Cameron Cooper with Happy Hour. We'll be back in a minute with Robin Eagan on Happy Hour.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
Hey, we're back with you, Happy Hour. This is Cameron Cooper. Thanks for joining us. Guys, we want your call at any time. I want your input. We've talked about a few subjects tonight. Give us a call, 877-835-1937. This is Happy Hour. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that next week, on September 1st, Wednesday is next week, a week from now, TPO, Trailer Park Orchestra, will be with us. In studio is Mark and George. They're members of the band. They will be playing a gig here on September 4th, Saturday from 9 to 12 at O'Brien's Sports Pub. It's located at 35th Avenue and Northern Avenue here in Phoenix, Arizona. Mark and George, of course, will be here to give us their information about the band and where they're going and what they want to do and everything like that. That was a very poor deliverance of what you guys want to do. Sorry about that, guys. TPO, I apologize. Okay, but they'll be in the studio next week. we are going to go ahead and play you a little bit of a clip of one of their songs, Crossroads. And that's playing right now, actually. I can't really hear on my headset how loud that is. I hope that you guys can actually hear it. This is Crossroads by TPO. Can the audience hear that really loud? Okay. Can you guys hear that out there? This is TPO. Oh, yeah! Okay. All right. Let's play this out. Trailer Park Orchestra coming up next week live in the studio. Did they start singing yet? I can't hear on my headset. All right, we're going to go with that. You can keep it playing. You don't have to have a full volume. I don't want to interrupt my dialogue. But guys, if you got to hear that, I can't really tell. My headset throws me off on how loud you can hear things and what you've heard a little bit there. But that was TPO, Trailer Park Orchestra, a local band here in the Phoenix area. They'll be coming up here live on September 4th from 9 to 12 at O'Brien's Sports Pub at 35th Avenue Northern. And a little bit of history on the song that you just heard, their rendition of Crossroads. The actual name of the song is Crossroad Blues. That was originally sung and written by Mr. Robert Johnson on November 27th, 1936 in San Antonio. The story of it is, from narrator's point, from the singer's point of view, songwriter's point of view, was a person that was waiting on a failed attempt to hitch a ride during the nighttime. And that's what that song is about. Now, it's not about the deal with the devil, as many of you have heard. You have seen in movies and different dialogue that Robert Johnson went down to the crossroads to make a deal with the devil to become this great singer, songwriter, playwright. However, though, that song lay in the vaults for 50 years. So, what the hell kind of deal was that you would make with the devil if you were wanted to be famous? It's like, all right, Robert Johnson, come with me, and I'll make you famous in 50 years after you die. Not much of a story, is it? Yeah, so I go with the Wikipedia format. Is basically, yeah, a guy waiting on a ride in the night. Probably because he's in San Antonio. It's probably 1936. Probably it is 1936. He's a black African American, and he's scared. Maybe he might be lynched. That's my thing. I go with that ordeal. Anyway, TPO, if you want to see their website, please check them out, westvalleyblues.com. Check them out. They'll be in studio next week with us live. And tonight with us in studio is Mr. Robin Eagan. You've heard of him before. He is a talented genius, bottom line. Robin, say hello.
Hi, Cameron. How are you doing tonight?
Fantastic.
All right, great.
Now, I understand last week I wanted you on the show, and I hoped you could get in here, but I knew that you told me your time frame was really tight. But you had an audition last week, yes, and you couldn't make it. How did that go?
I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm just kidding. I went to the audition. It went over really well. It's for a play called Pretty Little Things or something like that. And I found myself getting called back immediately after my audition So that's the reason why I couldn't make it to your show that night. I was at the callback, and it lasted for several hours. I didn't get back until about 11:30 at night. The auditions went well. I read well. I did not receive the role, though. I feel that it may have been because I'm a little vertically challenged.
Okay, well, that's cool. At least you understand that, though, and you were perceptive, and you think you know where they were going with that. Now, did you have an audition tonight? I think you told me.
I did have an audition today. It was a lot of fun, actually. It was for a short film that some people are putting together. It's a fan film for a video game that is very popular amongst people. It's called Left 4 Dead. It's a zombie series. So I auditioned for that, and the audition went really well. I had to pretend that my organs were pretty much being ripped out of my stomach, which was a lot of fun.
Did you do a lot of screaming?
Oh yeah, I pretty much. I have a tendency to have kidney stones, which are also equally as painful. So I just kind of use that as inspiration to have my insides ripped apart.
You had reference.
Yes.
And now, how long was this audition tonight?
The audition lasted maybe about 15 minutes. Some of it was dialogue, kind of jumped around a lot. Got a feel for the character, and then I ran and screamed like a little girl.
So, do you think you'll get the part this time?
Oh, I definitely think I'm going to get the part.
So, a vertical challenge is not something you have to deal with right now.
Well, no, because it's film. In film, they make everybody look equal in size. The last one was actually for a play, and I was the shortest person auditioning, and that includes the females.
Now, do you think that your intestines look pretty much like those, those tall guys?
I like to think that we're all equal on the inside. I like to think my organs would fit inside of a tall person as well.
There you go.
It's a weird image.
Robin, now, you have done a lot of different things. You are just a big circle to me when I look at all the different talents that you have. Wow, where does it stop?
I try not to limit myself. I do everything. I like to write. I play music. I play guitar, not very well, but I try. I paint.
You paint?
I do paint.
Wow.
Technical difficulties.
We had some technical difficulties. We'll be with you just as a second.
I think I'm good.
Are you good? We're gonna have to fix that. What happened there, director? Is this thing not balanced, or what's happening? I don't understand this mechanism here.
Where's the roadies? Do they have roadies here?
We'll break, and we'll come back and finish.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go to a song, take a break. We're gonna fix this technical mic difficulty here, and we'll be back with you with Mr. Robin Eagan. This is Cameron Cooper with Happy Hour. Thanks for being here. We'll be back in a minute.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
All right, this is Patrick. No, this is Cameron. This is the drunkard. Cameron Cooper thinks he's Patrick Adam because Patrick Adam is up next here at the 8 o'clock hour here at Wavelength Radio. Give us a call, 877-835-1937. We've got Mr. Robin Eagan in the studio with us tonight. Robin, now you've written a screenplay for a movie.
Yes, I have.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's called Brute. It's about a small team of paranormal researchers who are trying to find out if these disappearances and murders in the Arizona desert are they're caused by either something mystical or is it animals. It's a thriller that really gets you going. It deals with legend and where does legend come from.
Fantastic. You hope to get that into production when?
As soon as possible. I'm doing a few final touches on the script, and then it should be ready to option off to people. Trying to look into a few production studios around locally, and hopefully something will come of it.
Fantastic. We look forward to seeing that, and I think you've actually spoken to me about doing a part as the sheriff in the film. Is that right?
Yeah, I hope you could be the sheriff. It's a kind of a creepy guy, so I think you would fit it very well.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I look forward to it. I have not seen the screenplay yet. I want to look at that and hope to speak with you more about corresponding you on that project, because I would like to come on board if it looks like something I could do.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely do it. There's twists and turns everywhere you look, and it's an exciting thrill ride. I think people would enjoy it.
It sounds like fun. Now, guys, Robin's going to break into a song here before we leave our happy hour, but I want to mention last night, actually, Charles Peterson had the Blu-ray show. If you guys did not get a chance to tune into that, last night it was the Blu-ray show, and I had a listen, and I got to tell you, he is not only dull himself, he is the cause of dullness in others. Okay, so that was the Blu-ray show last night. Now, coming up next, guys, before we leave out here, is the Patrick Adams Show, and he's a fantastic guy. He's got a great dialogue. He has a lot of interest, and we love him to death. And he also, I got to tell you, I don't know if he's told you this on his shows, but he loves Rex Ryan. You sports fans out there know Patrick Adams loves Rex Ryan, and Patrick is a self-made man, and he worships his creator. And I'll see you next week on Happy Hour.
They call it happy hour for a reason, I guess.
I think so. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robin Eagan is going to finish us out here on Happy Hour. I'm Cameron Cooper. Robin, go ahead and take the mic.
All right, this song I got for you right now, this one's called Believe. I hope you enjoy it. Well, I lied to you when I said that I could take it. I don't think I can. I get lost in all those moments when I'm in your eyes and I'm your man. You say don't go too fast. With me, baby, it's gonna last. If you believe, I could give you everything. Believe. Rediscover all of me. Believe, and you will see. Well, I tried to get you out of my head, but it didn't work. I tried to tell you that I'm different. The other guys, well, they're all jerks. You say you've heard it before. With me, baby, we'd be so much more if you believe. I could give you everything. Believe. Rediscover all of me. Believe, and you will see. if you believe. All I want is one real chance, believe. Fill your life with my romance, believe. I could give you everything, believe, and you will see.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you've been listening to Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper. This is Wednesday, August 25th, 2010. Coming up next is Patrick Adam with the Patrick Adam Show. We look forward to that. Coming up after that is the Round Table. That will have Brian McKenzie, Charles Peterson, Patrick Adam, and myself on the Round Table. And I understand that we've got some new kind of developments in the Round Table. Something new and different. Producer, can I let him know ahead of time or not?
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Round
iTunes.
Table.
Oh, the quick pick.
We're going to have a quick pick on the Round Table tonight. So get your pencils ready, get your paper ready, get your phone ready, 877-835-1937.
We don't accept call-ins.
Oh, but I thought we had the rant.
Oh, yeah, the rant line. Yeah, the vent line.
The vent line. Okay, but that's...
This is
okay.
different.
Okay, this is different. Guys, I have misled you. I apologize.
Get your stuff together there, man.
Oh, man. I feel so bad, guys. Actually, we will not have a call-in during this new segment. But we do have the vent line. You guys can call in anytime, 24/7, 7 days a week, on the vent line and give us your vent. It will go to voicemail. You leave your message, we'll get back with you, and we'll talk about it on the vent line.
If selected, they win it.
If selected, you win a
$25.
$25 gift card.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
And, however, I apologize, though. I got discombobulated over there for a second. Is that a real word? Robin, do you think that's a real word?
Discombobulated?
Yeah, is it a real word?
I think it's in the dictionary under drunk.
Okay, so it's there. Okay, so that's what happened to me for a second. I apologize for that, but yeah, no, don't call in during happy hour, guys. I mean, not.
We don't want people to acknowledge that you
No
exist.
wonder I'm not getting any calls. I told you guys not to call in last week too.
It's okay
Damn
to call
it to
in. It's
hell.
okay. Let them call in. It'll be all right.
The next thing you know, I'm going to tell, hey, everybody, call into the Brian McKenzie Show. Damn it.
Don't do that.
No, I apologize. Guys, don't listen to Roundtable. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. And give the call in and leave the voicemail for the vent line. But it's not a call-in show. This has been a lot of fun. Robin, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to have you back. I really feel bad. I understand you do some voices. Could you give us just a little tidbit of a voice there or something? Maybe a little Arnie or something?
All right. Well, you get to the chopper and you do it now. Yeah, get out of here.
Get down!
Get down. Stick around. I am Arnold. I'm the governor of California.
Fantastic. Man, this has been a great night. Guys, I look forward to seeing you next week. Like I said, we've got our guest coming up next week. Patrick got him in the studio. Good to see you, bro. We love you. Coming up here in just a minute here, we're going to have the Patrick Adams Show. And look forward to the roundtable after that at the 9 o'clock hour. This has been Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper. Call in after the break to the Patrick Adams Show, 877-835-1937. It's been great. Peace out.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio. from Cool Wave Pictures.